Have you ever heard of Billy Monger? He's a former youth racing driver that had a terrible accident and lost both of his legs in that accident. Well, since then, in 2018, he's become an Ironman champion, and he's aiming to compete in the 2028 Paralympics. He's going to be the presenter of the Paralympics for the BBC in the next couple of weeks in Italy. And he was telling his story in an interview this week, which really inspired me. I think a lot of it is because he's had an amputation, people see his disability and empathise with him because they can actually physically see it. So he says he's been given loads and loads of support, possibly down to that, which led me to thinking and led him to say, most people go through life with many challenges in life, but because you can't see them, do you have that empathy as you would to somebody like himself, who you see his life was changed massively and it's impacted, and he's had to change the way he lives, his goals, his outlook for the whole rest of his life. Whereas somebody with struggling with mental health, they may seem the same on the outside, but on the inside they're going through turmoil, they're going through challenges, and they have lost something as well. So if you put it into perspective of someone that's had an amputation, they have lost part of themselves, but nobody can see it. So do we have the same empathy with those people as we would with somebody like Billy? And that was what he was saying. He was actually saying that. He said it's easier to see a disability if it's physical rather than a mental one or mental challenges. So if you hear about somebody that's struggling with mental health, try and picture that it's actually they are going through a struggle, but you just can't see it. So try and sympathise, try and empathise even more, and then talk to them and challenge, and then hopefully you'll be able to understand it a bit better. And if you're going through that situation, that's a good way of trying to explain to somebody as well that this is what it feels like, this is what it could be like, to then get your point across there. Somebody else might be able to support you. Okay, speak to you soon. Have a good day. Bye.